Now the pirate queen had been in exile for 2 long years, with the soul being sucked right out of her. The only person she could see in this brand new community, full of icicle people, was her toxic ex. Turns out he was not just toxic, he was an energy or psychic vampire. Now that sounds all Hollywood, but it's not. It is in fact a psychological term for the kind of person with a little poke here and a little jab here and a little stab there can suck the soul right out of you. They've been known to give people heart attacks, and little did she know her soul was being sucked out, taken down to the underworld. We pirates knew we had to bring her back. So, we acted just like cats, ghost cats, and all of a sudden, well, I'll let me granddaughter tell the story. All of a sudden, and no, I had started to get a little better, they can't take all the credit, but all of a sudden I had put the pirate memorabilia away. I thought, nope, the pirate archetype, the whole image of pirate is that you get companions. In a good melee, you need a group. And in the West End, my beloved spiritual home, there was always other people to guard your back. Here there were none. So, I had put all my beloved pirate things away. They didn't fit, I thought, in my new community. Until the universe or somebody decided that it was time to bring them out now. And they quite literally started to fall out of my closets. I open one closet, boom, there's the hat. I open another closet, bang, there's the flag. I have all kinds of little bits of pirate things that I bought or people have given me over the years, and they literally fell out. When things like that happen, it sounds pretty darn weird, but I take note. Somehow or t'other, in weird, wild West Vancouver, a place I had come to loathe, I used to just be rich-averse, but now I'm full-on rich-ophobic. Because, oh my God, very repressed people who keep it all inside, especially during COVID, were, I think, more afraid than anyone. And they turn that into anger and scapegoating of any they considered lesser. So, I go to my favorite restaurant because I've had a terrible morning. I'm in agony. I've got what's called fasciculations, little tiny, agonizingly painful stomach cramps. Stomach, my ass, goes all over your whole body, and they dance around, and I wasn't doing as much dancing because it hurt. I had a pain in the tummy. I had a pain in the back. I wanted to be taken care of and pampered. I felt like a crabby 2-year-old. Somebody pick me up, feed me, pet my head, and take care of me. Well, as an adult, you don't get that. So I went to my favorite coffee shop, which was Heirloom. I walked down the hill, barely. 4 blocks seemed like miles. I get there, and yes, there is the best organic coffee. There is delicious food. I treated myself to a perfect breakfast. But I'm sitting outside because I am an angry 2-year-old, and I don't like people. Don't bug me. So I sit there, but the staff are wonderful. They're warm, they're kind, they're compassionate, they're funny, they're intelligent, they're charming, and they laugh at my jokes and my stories. So of course I love them. And oddly enough, they loved me. We had this beautiful vibe going of mutual appreciation and love, because they made perfection. Oh, and so I am about ready to leave, and one of my favorite servers, or waitresses as we used to say back in the day, I think that's why I stumbled. I was one myself. And I'm about to leave and just wander off into nature and solve the pain in my soul. Yeah, I know, drama queen, right? And 3 times my favorite server says to me, "Well, I know you love our ketchup. We make it here. You should come inside and buy some, Linda." And now, people don't normally say that. It's like, hi Jess, how you doing? Hi Linda, how you doing? You don't say the name like that. 3 times it was like, oh, you must pop in later before you go, Linda. 3 times. Now that's a sacred number, and I know that's weird, but I also know what I call the call. So I've felt as much like a good melee because I have a feeling something's going down. As a 2-year-old would. Now! 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 That was how I was feeling. But I'm a grown-up, so I told Tiny 2, terrible toddler, shh, the adult has to come. Now, I can't let the pirate out. This is West Vancouver. Everybody is uber rich. The average home is $5 million. It's COVID. I get into a melee there. I don't have the wonderful folks of the West End guarding my back. There's just me. I can just see explaining myself to a nice officer. So yeah, I'm a little more cautious than usual. But I walk in the store, or rather, I move around to walk in the coffee shop, and I see him. And I know, oh yeah, it's going down. Buffy the Bully Buster, my other name, is necessary. They have predators. They look like angry cats. There's a hunch to the back, and they're looking for someone to hurt. I know bullies. I was bullied very badly as a little tiny girl until my mom taught me to fight back. That is how I became Buffy the Bully Buster. First of all, I was an abused little tiny girl. I recognize him. Easy peasy. And I walk in. But I'm wondering what on earth he can do. It's our restaurant. You know, what's he going to do? Whine about his food? Yes. But again, how harmful can a whine about his food be? Now, I can't see his face, but I can see the face of my server. And I know something's a little awry. Because first she says the usual. Well, we could get you a new plate. Clearly that's not good enough. We could we could just refund your money. She does everything beautifully, professionally, and impeccably, and it's not good enough. And he leans forward, and he leans forward, and whatever he's saying, she turns wax white. And I know I have to take action. I whip around to the other side, and sure enough, the a-hole has his mask down here so nobody can hear what he's saying, but his big honkin' beezer is right in her face, and this is at the height of COVID. And it's the variation that the young people are getting. Okay, fine. I always give people one chance. So, I had a sudden image of something I've never seen before, not one of my archetypes, of a weary Ronin soldier pulling out the sword, knowing she's going to get creamed, but saying, don't make me use this. So I went in small and cautious. I pretended to be cute and stupid, kind of artistic. I have several scarves. I'm fluffy. I'm adorable. I'm an actor. Come on. And I said, sir, you haven't put your mask on. It's down over your nose. I'm giving him an opportunity not to be the predator I know he is. Well, he is so rich, he looks like he stumbled in off a yacht. His clothes, his watch alone could support me for at least a year. Plus his clothes, oh my God, he is exquisite. Every article is perfect and real fabric. I would like to mug him. I love his clothes. He is tall, he is good looking. No one has ever said no to him in his life. He's very, very, very rich. And he sees a sweet, dotty, little old lady. Well, I'm going to enjoy this. So, I take one step in, and I give him quarter pirate. Sir, it is illegal to wear a mask inside a restaurant. You will either put it on, you could be harming one of the servers, they're getting the variance. Either put it on or leave. Whoa. If looks could kill, I would not be here right now. I'd be the kitty cat ghost pushing all his favorite stuff off. Because he gave me a, you disgusting, little, horrible, poor person speaking out to me. He raises himself up to his full height. He is easily a foot taller than I am. But I know 2 things. 1, the bigger they are, the farther they fall. No, the bigger The bigger they are, the easier they fall, I think. No, I think they've got that totally wrong, but who cares? The harder they fall, and I have taken on the school bully when I was 12. Hoopty, buddy. So, he sneers, he draws himself up, but I also know that little tiny birdies, little scared fluffy birdies, when they are most terrified, draw themselves up higher than higher than high. I too make myself really big because I'm kind of a small person, and I've been told I appear enormous. So I did. I was 20 feet away from him. I had loads of room before I got to 6 feet. I grinned all over my face. Full pirate. I started to giggle, softly, still indoors. And, well, I didn't want to do this. A little obvious, don't you think? So I do have some pain in my joints. I have fibromyalgia, poor little delicate soul that I have. And so I walked towards him, grinning all over my face like, your ass is grass and I am going to enjoy a good melee. You want your nuts in 2030? Keep standing there, buddy. I didn't say, however, a single word. I was so proud of myself. He took one look at my face and he recognized a true-born pirate. And sure enough, the big bully left like a cornered rat. He walked out of the restaurant. I could see he was still like an unexploded bomb. So I turned into my sister's little happy dog, who, when she workaholed, would just shepherd it out. I somehow knew once he got out, he would be defused, but he needed out of the restaurant. He was looking for somebody to hurt. So I'm just hurting him, just kind of calmly. And he looks at me with his mask still there. And he snarls, a-hole, a-hole, a-hole. Now, a friend said I should have said, and it would have been a good lie, you're not an a-hole. You just have some anger management issues. I would suggest counseling. But I am me, and being a performer, I take on characters. I've been given a ton of them. So I looked at him and said, and I could tell he was from the former Yugoslavia, and I looked at him and said proudly, I'm Canadian, A to Z hole, buddy. The pirate was back. And the funny thing was that the tummy ache and the backache were gone. I felt great. Now I was shaking a little bit, and I checked to make sure that he couldn't see, because he would see that as weakness, and I might have to actually kick him in the nuts. And I'd really rather not. Yes, I'd wanted to punch him firmly in that exposed beezer, but not in West Vancouver. Not without the pirate crew. So, I look, he's gone, I'm safe. And instead of doing what I might have done before, hold it in and be tough and strong, I knew that trauma counselors tell you any kind of encounter with a predator or a danger, when you start to shake, let it go, let it go. It is your body's way of shaking off that. Little tiny animals do. They get attacked by a vicious predator. They might even get badly bitten. But if they're safe, they shake it off. And sure enough, I felt great. I didn't need to do Qigong or get any of the stress out. I felt wonderful. It wasn't as good as it was as a little girl when the fight or flight impulse, what it really needs is for you to fight and flee. And if somebody's going to pop me, I can pop them back. Those were the family rules. That's what Mummy Pirate taught me. But I felt almost as good, because I believe there's something that Jesus purportedly said in one of the the Gnostic Gospels, was that if you release that which is within you, then that which is within you will save you. If you do not release that which is within you, that which is within you will kill you. And it turns out pirate is more than an archetype. Pirate is a big part of who I am. And Buffy the Bully Buster. And I had to learn to be Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but that's a tale for another day. This is Linda from Tales of the Pirate Queen.